Hey, what's going on, everybody? So many of you know about the Parkland shooting incident, which this kid goes into this high school or middle school, I can't remember which. He goes in and he base up shoot and she shoots up the entire school. So recently, what's happened is the government has decided to go after a police officer who was actually involved in the incident. Apparently, the guy was on duty and the government has decided, or the state's attorney for Florida has decided, to charge this guy for being the cowardly lion. So I thought it was an interesting charge, and I thought it was an interesting indictment, and I wanted to look into whether or not it makes sense, or even if it's a strong case to hit this guy essentially for being the cowardly lion. I mean, essentially, that's what you're charging him with, right? Forget the actual indictment and what you're claiming in the indictment. The end or the bottom line is you're charging this guy for being the cowardly lion. So this video is going to take a look at the actual indictment, and it's going to take a look at some of the specifics in that indictment, and I'm going to end the video with my comments on what I think about all of this. So, but before we get into that, let's take a look at this actual news clip.
From New York, I'm David Begnaud. There has been a dramatic turn in the investigation into what happened at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, where 17 people were killed last year. The man whose job it was to keep students safe was arrested today. Surveillance tape shows the school resource officer never entered the building as bullets flew. Late today, former Broward County Sheriff's Deputy Scott Peterson was arrested on 11 criminal charges, including child neglect and negligence. Here's Manuel Bojorquez.
Peterson was arrested late this afternoon after a 15-month investigation by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, which announced today Peterson was, quote, derelict in his duty, failed to act consistently with his training, and fled to a position of personal safety while crews shot and killed MSDHS students and staff. The report also states Peterson was, quote, in a position to engage crews and mitigate further harm to others, and he willfully decided not to do so. During the 6 minutes Nicholas Cruz carried out his deadly rampage, Peterson never entered the building. Instead, he hid outside for 48 minutes. Surveillance video from 5 motion-activated cameras show Peterson's response about a minute after the shooting began. Peterson, in the dark green uniform, quickly turns and jumps into a golf cart to investigate. He radioed the sheriff's office with a warning.
We have possible, could be firecrackers. I think we got shots fired. Possible shots fired. 1200 building.
The report says Peterson knew where the gunshots were coming from, but did not investigate the source of them. Seconds later, Peterson is seen running and then stopping to radio dispatch again.
Sure, we got get some units over here. I need to shut down Stoneman Douglas.
Peterson stays across from Building 12, which is out of view, just to the left of the pavement. He directs officers to lock the school down and block traffic.
Make sure there's no pedestrian traffic anywhere on Holberg Road.
According to the report, Peterson instructed deputies to stay away from the building instead of following law enforcement response procedures that call for eliminating immediate threats.
He was a coward and